Ann Baldwin, and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
We are The Source, WOCA.
All right, 5 minutes after 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Galen Unold is on the phone, of course, from LifeSouth to remind us of the importance of donating blood, as he does each and every day. And Galen, if you just hang on a second, we have a doctor on the phone who called during the break who wanted to chime in about the medical marijuana issue. If you haven't voted yet, you might want to hear that side of the story. I think it's a differing opinion from the gentleman who just called, right, Robin?
Yes,
differing
I think
opinion.
so.
Good morning, sir. Are you there?
Yes, I sure am. Good morning. Thanks for having me on for just a couple of minutes here. I couldn't help but call in. I'm driving through town. I'm a family physician for the last 25 years, and I take care of a lot of folks on hospice care, end-of-life care. I just have to say that my blood boils every time I see another commercial pushing for medical marijuana based on a pack of lies by John Morgan. I mean, the commercial that he's showing right now with the child with the seizures,
Yeah.
you may have seen it over the weekend, absolutely an absolute complete mistruth, because that's that Charlotte's Web chemical, the cannabidiol, is not medical marijuana. That's something that was approved by the state legislature to investigate. It'll be going through the FDA. It'll be an actual medication, an actual pill with a certain number of milligrams that's prescribed for very rare cases. Medical marijuana, I was a physician in Montana when that became legal. It's a complete and utter joke. It's a myth and a hoax. It's blueberry pot and strawberry and cherry and brownies, and it's not something that doctors will regulate. Doctors are not going to be distributing this in a pill form, 25 milligrams of cannabis. It's going to be recreational marijuana that is legitimized by a group of physicians that are controlled by John Morgan in these pain clinics. If you've been seeing all the big billboards, how to make money off of medical marijuana, they're all in cahoots with the same physicians in the state of Florida who have gotten our Floridians hooked on narcotic prescriptions, the pain clinics, the pill mills. I'm also a county medical society president. The Florida Medical Association has come out against medical marijuana for that very reason. The doctors in the state of Florida, the legitimate doctors, the doctors that you guys see each day, do not want this out there because we've seen what happens in other states. So I have to chime in and help any undecided think, realize this is a hoax.
All right, I appreciate the call. I wish that the folks who would put these amendments on the ballot. We had this whole discussion about whether it should even be amendment. But that's a different argument. But I wish that people who were trying to push for something or push against it would allow debates like what you're talking about, so that we could all watch these things. Mm-hmm. They're just so ridiculous when they come to who they allowed to debate.
Right. Thank you. There's a reason that John Morgan has only debated a sheriff and a state legislator. He's never debated a physician on these, and he will not. He will not debate a physician on the merits or the advantages and disadvantages of marijuana. By the way, legalization of marijuana is a whole separate issue. I'm actually, somewhat sympathetic to the folks who feel it should be legalized or maybe reducing the penalties. But to take it and put it in the hands of the physicians and put the burden on the physicians to now say, you get marijuana, you don't, when in fact it's not gone through the FDA. It's not a legitimate medication. It is not going to be a legitimate medication.
All right, thank you.
It's going to be a black market medication that's on the street.
I appreciate your input. It's really important that we get both sides of that one, and that side especially. All right, well, thank you. I appreciate you taking the time and for waiting during the break.
Hey, thank you. You guys are awesome. God bless. Take care.
Thank you. All right. Galen, you still there?
I am. Thank you.
Sorry.
No. I just didn't want to be a part of that conversation. I don't know enough about it.
And that's the thing. You don't know enough about it. This is the thing. I think debates, I don't know. Well, we offer so much, but the guy made a good point. If you don't want to lose a debate, it's like the atheist guy. He doesn't want to debate people who really can debate him.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that anybody can really prove one way or the other in that one, but.
Well, he doesn't want to debate it.
Well, the thing is if you I have no problem with if people choose to smoke pot, fine. But what I have a problem with is that they're turning it into a medical issue. And let's be honest, the vast majority of the population doesn't have the knowledge, the experience, or the training to make that decision. I mean, we just don't. We're not doctors.
That's right.
And
Yep.
and I we've talked about this before. I don't like that. They just basically said, our government said, you know what, we don't want to deal with this issue. So you know what we ought to do? Why don't we just make it an amendment?
Yeah.
And that way the people have to vote on it. I don't have enough information to make that decision. I just don't.
And they didn't give us enough.
No, and I did watch the debate, and I don't remember which channel it was on, with the state legislature, and you could tell that Morgan is a lawyer, and they're both lawyers, but that he was so well versed that he just intimidated and overpowered the guy with facts that we could never prove or disprove, and I don't know. It kind of so I left that going, okay. But didn't have any more information on it.
Well, let me tell you my wishy-washiness about this issue. When I first heard about it, I said, "Yeah, I'll vote for this," because I saw some video, but with the girl with the epilepsy.
Yeah.
And then I heard the argument that, look, doctors haven't really studied it yet. We shouldn't be doing anything until we've really studied it. Then I said, "Oh, okay." And I said to Robin, "I think I changed my mind. I'm going to vote against it." Mm-hmm. and then I heard, I've been back and forth with this one, and just now I just went back and forth in extreme. I have a VU meter that went from left to right, just listening to one guy and then another guy. Mm-hmm. I mean, really, it's hard to make a decision on this one.
That's just it, and I really don't think that we're the ones who should make this decision. I just don't.
That is probably the best thing I've ever heard anybody say. Right there.
I don't know enough, and yeah.
Yeah. You know what it's like? It's like when they say, we've got 100 years of experience in our law firm because we've got 3 people that have 33 years each.
Yeah.
So we've got 99 years of experience.
Right.
That's the logic makes no sense. That's like taking 100 babies who've been learning English for 1 year.
Yeah.
And say, we've got 100 years of learning English experience with these babies.
That's exactly right.
Well, we don't.
That is exactly right.
Yeah. All of our heads don't necessarily mean we have enough information to make a decision.
Right.
No. It bothers me every time they do this. When they do these amendments, and I don't. And listen, and let's be honest, that's why most of these amendments fail, because people are like, wait a second, I don't want to change the Constitution. Constitution seems like a reverent thing and something that should be taken very seriously before we change it. And I seriously doubt that any of the amendments actually pass. I'll be curious. Even the one about the whether or not the governor should be able to step in and make the decision on judges before he leaves. That would kind of make sense, right? But I still think that one won't pass because I don't think people like changing the Constitution.
I actually hope you're right on that, because that would make sense. But I think a lot of people vote, oh, yeah, marijuana, let's go.
Yeah. But it's medical.
But let's be honest. The people, and again, I'm not trying to disparage anyone, but the people who are using marijuana on a frequent basis and want this approved probably aren't the ones at the polls.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
And maybe I'm making a generalization and a stereotype, but
yeah. Well, you know what you get with a stereotype, you get kicked out of school.
And this is about the medical use only. It's not about the legalization of
I know.
having a
well,
joint.
that's just it.
Hold
Just it. But that's where it starts. That's the first step in legalizing it.
Before
you have to prove there's a value to it.
All right, before we get up to our break, let me let a listener in on this. Good morning, you're on the air.
Good morning, this is Kathy. I want to speak briefly on 2 issues. What you're talking about, the marijuana, and then also the blood bank.
Okay.
The marijuana, Evelyn Kelly, Kurt Kelly's mother, very bright lady. She believes firmly that it should not be amendments at all. It should the legislators should pass laws if they want the changes. So she's voting, and I'm going with her, no on all of them on that basis. Okay, now the blood bank. Okay, I gave blood for the very first time in my whole life yesterday.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I got sort of a story connected with that. I had jaundice as a child, and for years they told me I couldn't donate blood. And so yesterday I went to that blood drive because I had written a story for the Star Banner about the little girl that has sickle cell that needed blood marrow, bone marrow, donors. So it was both that and it was a blood drive. So I thought, well, why not? Why not try it again? in bingo, I got to donate blood for the
Wow.
first time.
Well, good for you.
Age 72, guys.
Congratulations.
Wow, you're 72, Kathy.
And you and Robin, you and Larry inspired, because I know you've always talked, Larry, about, Robin was way ahead of you. She did it from a child on, and well, I got you all beat for onset.
There you go.
Yes,
That's
you do.
cool. Well, Kathy, we have to take a little break. I appreciate it. Well, that's great. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Sunny to partly cloudy today and pleasant this afternoon. High 71 to 75. Partly cloudy skies tonight. Lows ranging from the 50s inland to about 64 on the coast. Tomorrow, sunshine, some clouds, and becoming warmer. There may be a shower in spots along the coast. The high tomorrow, 77 to 81. For Wednesday, more southern clouds. There can be a spotty morning shower along the coast. The high, 80 to 84. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Hi, Danny Warfel here. Get moving with Florida Credit Union's fast and easy loan approval process.
Let Florida Credit Union start up a new car loan for you today. No more waiting, hassles, or stop signs. You can even apply online. With a strong financial team behind you, you can enjoy great rates and fast approvals.
It's all about personalized service and a streamlined process.
Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life.
Futons, Bar Stools, and More LLC in Lady Lake reminds listeners the men and women of our military dedicate themselves to our country. Let us honor those who have lost their lives in the line of duty and salute those who serve today. This reminder from Futons, Bar Stools, and More LLC at 142 North Old Dixie Highway in Lady Lake. Call 352-205-7484. That's 205-7484. They're wishing everyone a safe and prosperous season.
News Talk 1370, WOCA invites you to discover your full business potential. News Talk Radio is the perfect environment for your advertising. WOCA's News Talk format pinpoints information-hungry, better educated, high-income adults. So use us to talk to them. Call 732-8000. 732-8000. We're Ocala News Talk Radio. News Talk 1370, WOCA.
Hey, I'm Gary.
And I'm Eric. Did you know that Red Eye Radio is on WOCA The Source every night from 2 to 6 a.m. and it's live?
That's right. No tape shows here.
We know that the news doesn't sleep.
And neither do we. So we're here with you live from 2 till 6 a.m. every weekday. Call us 866-90-RED-EYE. So join me, Gary McNamara.
And me, Eric Harley, every weeknight to discuss the latest in news and entertainment.
Right here on WOCA The Source.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line and a new spoiler and a new
Yep,
trunk.
we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
All right, 18 minutes after 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Galen and Unold on the phone from LifeSouth to remind us of the importance of donating blood. And I neglected to mention that this segment is sponsored by Penn Flooring. Be sure to thank Penn Flooring for sponsoring this segment because, hey, Kathy just made a great point that just by Galen talking about it with us, it makes people remember to do it. Mm-hmm. It makes people say, maybe I should do it. Mm-hmm. So thank Penn Flooring. They've got a beautiful showroom over there on Southwest 17th Street. They've been a family business for more than 25 years. Go visit that showroom. It's at 1201 Southwest 17th Street by the bridge over there. Make sure you say thank you for sponsoring the LifeSouth segment with Galen Unold.
And thank you, Kathy, for donating the first time. That is amazing. You are absolutely amazing.
That is cool.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that is awesome.
So she gave me a great way to segue into my bit. Are you ready for the bit?
Okay.
She said she's 72, and I appreciate you sharing that, Kathy.
Yeah.
So I have some older folks who've done some amazing feats. It's never too late to do amazing things. You saw this guy, Nick Willenda, walked across those buildings in Chicago, Galen?
Yeah.
35. That's not too old, but...
No, but still, it's,
35.
football players are retired by then.
Yeah, 35.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad that that's over because I'm tired of looking at the commercials. But
how did he... Oh, never mind. Okay. Well, here's this. I was going to ask how he makes money from that, but is it all advertising?
Yeah, it's all advertisements. Yeah, he gets underwritten. Somebody pays him X dollars, and then they become, He gets money from a couple of different avenues.
So let me start with this. The oldest player to record 20 rebounds in the NBA. Do you happen to know who it is?
Could be Kareem. I don't know.
It's Dikembe Mutombo.
Oh, Mutombo, yeah.
Mutombo.
Yeah. Okay.
He was
All right.
he was
What's he play
he was
for?
40 years old.
Oh,
He played for a bunch of different teams. You probably recognize him if you watch the commercial where he's walking around like in the grocery store and people are trying to put stuff in the cart, and he swats it out of the cart and then he wags his finger and goes, "Not in my house." That one.
oh, okay.
It's a Geico commercial.
So he got
Okay.
22 rebounds is what he got. So he's the oldest guy to do that.
All right.
At the age of 46, a guy named Corrali, considered the Michael Jordan of pro beach volleyball.
It's Karai.
Is that how you say it?
Karch Karai.
Karai? Okay.
Yeah. Karch Karai.
K-I-R-A-L-Y. So there you go. Just thought I'd tell you about
Karch
him.
Karai.
All right.
It's pronounced Karai, yeah.
The oldest flight instructor. During the Second World War, he was a flight control officer. Today, Bart Bratko is the oldest flight instructor in the world. He's 81 years old.
Wow.
All right.
81 years old. Teaching
kinda
people
cool.
how to fly.
Bruce Mozart is older than him, and he's a pilot.
He's a pilot.
He's flying.
Yeah, he's flying.
He flies his own plane.
The oldest person to win an Oscar for Best Actor, Henry Fonda.
Oh, there you go.
He was 76. It was for On Golden Pond.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I knew that one. All right, cool.
Let's see. At 57 years old, Jean Stawicki, 57, became the oldest woman to successfully climb the highest mountain on each of the 7 continents.
Wow.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Ramon Blanco is the oldest man. He did it at 70.
Oh, okay. So she beat him out.
She beat him? She's younger than him, you mean?
Oh, she's younger than him.
Yeah.
Okay.
The oldest man to row across any ocean solo, Pavel Rezvoy, a geologist from Ukraine. He crossed the Atlantic Ocean in a rowboat. 61 days. He was 67 years old.
Wow.
First thing he went to was Long John Silver's.
Yeah, I bet.
Had a hankering for some fish.
That must have been boring.
Yeah, it sure would
Imagine
have.
getting a cramp.
The oldest
Not good at all.
the oldest woman to row across the ocean, also the Atlantic, was Diana Hoff. She was from Scotland. She's 55 years old.
Okay.
Now wait a minute. Can I ask you a question?
It's like 3,000
Yeah,
miles.
please do.
All right. If you like this, like Walenda, he crossed the Grand Canyon.
Mm-hmm.
You find a narrow part of the Grand Canyon. Not that you take it away from the feet,
Mm-hmm.
but can you
I don't-
find a
yeah.
narrow part of the Atlantic Ocean and still say you rode across it?
Oh, no, I mean, that would be from like New York to London.
That's
or
the narrowest
Iceland,
part?
Right? Iceland, or from like Nova Scotia to Iceland.
Nova
Something
Scotia
like
to
that.
That'd be pretty far still. But yeah, you gotta-
It's cold. I guarantee it's cold.
all right. The oldest person to begin primary school,
Uh-huh.
Kimani Marouj, entered the first grade at 84 years old.
Oh. Oh, God.
First grade at 84
Wow.
years old.
Isn't that something?
That's good.
That's excellent, yeah.
The
excellent.
oldest competitive video game player, Doris Self.
Didn't this woman play like Pac-Man or something? At a really, really older age. Yeah.
81. I don't know about Pac-Man. She has a world record with 1,112,300 points on Twin Galaxies tournament settings, whatever that is.
Gosh.
All right.
That's something.
The oldest bungee jumper, 96-year-old Moore Keat.
Okay.
Not to be confused with Moore Cowbell.
Yeah.
Or cowbell.
Drop my pen. I need my pen. I have
There
to
you
check off the things I've already read. I don't want to read them twice, God forbid.
No. I put it right there. You got it.
The oldest person to release a new album. The oldest person to release a new record album. 92 years old. Smokey Dawson.
Oh, gosh. Wow.
The singing cowboy.
Yeah.
The singing cowboy.
Wasn't that Roy Rogers' handle or something?
There's a lot of singing cowboys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're. Isn't that guy who walks around naked in New York Times? And I mean the Times Square.
The naked cowboy.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, and
naked,
he sings.
But
he sings.
Yeah.
The singing
He's
naked
just
cowboy.
singing. There you go.
Have you ever heard him?
That's a differentiation. Yeah.
No, I've just seen him just holding his guitar, posing for
I know.
pictures with
He's
the people.
got
I've
new
never
underwear
heard
every
him.
night. Everything. The oldest practicing doctor, 103 years old.
Gosh.
Dr. Leela Denmark, an American pediatrician.
Wow.
That's good for her. She's trying to maximize her education, I guess.
Yeah, a lot of insight. Seen a lot of things.
The oldest woman to complete a marathon, Gladys Burrell, 92 years old.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think she was 92. Yeah. We had somebody running the one in that we host here in Gainesville that was 86.
Really?
A lady ran it at 86.
Wow.
When Robin and I were riding bicycles, which we should do again, but there was an old man who would pass us a lot. He was on one of those sit-down bicycles.
Yeah.
And just pass us like nothing.
Yeah, he was just flying.
And he would go 50 miles easy. No problem for him.
Yeah, we're huffing and puffing. We're dying.
The oldest woman to give birth to twins was 67-year-old
Really?
Carmela Busada.
Wow.
Hakuna Matata.
62, huh?
67.
Wow.
67. So when those kids are 18, she'll be in her 80s.
Well, she died. She died after she was 2 years later.
Oh.
She died at 16.
That's the problem with having children at that age.
Oh, I know.
Right? I mean, it's a burden for. This sounds horrible, but for the kids for the rest of their life. Their mother died. They're orphans at 2.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a tragedy necessarily. I mean, I guess she was healthy enough to have kids, but.
It never shows you that the oldest man donating sperm that produced twins. Never shows that.
We should have a campaign.
I guess it's
about
not that big of a feat.
No, really, and that's a completely different reason. But yeah.
Yeah, and not
I
using
don't think you're
Viagra.
allowed to donate it. I don't think you're allowed to donate it after a certain age because it's not as viable or something. Yeah. Don't hold me to that, Larry. I know you'll do your own research.
Well,
and make up your own mind.
Well, I'm not allowed
Too
to.
important a decision to just take my word for it.
You're right. A lot of research needs to be done. Step up, ladies.
So I went to renew my insurance the other day, and on my auto insurance, I have a life insurance policy. And since I'm going to be 60 in February, I was told, well, once you're 60, you can't renew this anymore. And I said, what if I die?
Yeah.
What if I die?
Yeah. And she said, you got a 2 year.
Well, you got to get another policy with another company. We don't handle anybody over 60. So I've been paying all these years.
Yeah.
And you just drop me like that?
Well, yeah.
It's pretty much what we do.
And no refund either.
No, you don't get a
You're
refund.
still living. They won't give you a refund.
I didn't die. Don't you owe me something?
That's right. They do.
A party? A card? Anything?
That's awesome.
All right, the oldest NHL player.
Gordie Howe, right?
Gordie Howe is right, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it was he played in 4 decades.
Calling Capital Marketing.
So that made it easier.
Are you calling Capital Marketing?
No, somebody. I don't know what that was.
What was
I
that?
hit a website. I'm in my office now. I hit a website and it popped up.
Oh, okay.
So 40 years.
Gordie Howe played in. Yeah, he played in 4 decades. He came out and just did this exhibition in the 80s. But he recently passed away, and he's probably the most known hockey player of all time. And then right with Gretzky, it would be Gordie Howe is huge, just a huge name in professional hockey.
The oldest actress to win an Oscar was Jessica Tandy. She won it for Driving Miss Daisy. She was 80 at the time.
She's wonderful.
And the last one, we have a minute left. The oldest person to obtain a pilot's license, 87 years old.
Dan Martone.
Retired Lieutenant Colonel James Warren, a former navigator of the Tuskegee Airmen. Got a pilot's license at 87.
It took him that long to get his actual pilot's license?
Isn't that weird? Because he obviously could fly.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
You're not kidding.
Yeah, that's a weird one, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, Robin, we need a segue real quick. We got 30 seconds.
Well, there are super amazing feats in this world, and Kathy just gave us one. You're never too old to donate blood. So go
Nice.
to LifeSouth Community Blood Centers, donate so others may live.
Donate and 3 lives get saved.
Thank you, Kathy.
Galen, what's the Bloodmobile today?
Bloodmobile today, Larry, is on top of the world.
Right there on the top of it. Go there and be the oldest person on the top of the world. Of course, there's a lot of old people over there. Go next door to the Cascades. Go next door to Winn-Dixie. Denali. Thank you, Galen. Have a great day.
All right, bye.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill, bringing out the big guns before Election Day tomorrow. With Republicans hoping to gain control of the Senate, former GOP presidential nominee Mitt Romney linking all Democrats to President Obama on Fox News Sunday.
Policies have led to greater poverty and greater income gap between the rich and the poor.
President Obama out on the campaign trail promoting Democrats as well as his track record on job growth.
Despite unyielding opposition, there are workers who have jobs today.
The president making stops in Connecticut and Pennsylvania Sunday.
Fox Radio's Jill Nato, a Liberia man who arrived in North Carolina last week showing possible Ebola symptoms.
Yesterday morning, that person did develop a fever and has since been transported here to Duke University Hospital to be monitored and also tested for the Ebola virus.
Michael Spears of Fox affiliate WGHP in Durham. Officials in Sierra Leone, meanwhile, say a 5th doctor has died there from Ebola. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Fox News on your time. The Fox News iPad app is ready to go with all the great features from FoxNews.com and our iPhone app optimized specifically for your iPad. Watch the latest clips from your favorite Fox News shows. Personalize the app by creating your own newscast using the video playlist. Listen to Fox News Radio live. Get local weather forecasts. And it's all free. Go to foxnews2go.mobi. That's foxnews2go.mobi.
Some people would call him a loser. He ran for state office. He was beaten. He started a business. He failed. He ran for Congress. He lost. He was nominated for vice president. He lost again. But he knew only those who never tried are the real losers. And Abraham Lincoln was no loser. Persistence. Pass it on. From the Foundation for a Better Life at values.com.
Howdy, folks. RL here to tell you about Dairy Queen's new $5 lunches. 4 models to choose from. We now have a bacon burger with extra bacon, a chili dog, and our famous chicken strips, including chicken wraps, grilled or crispy fried. All include a fry, a 21-ounce drink, and a sundae. So come on down to Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Let's face it, nowadays it can be hard to find American-made products, and that's something that Cabinet Sales of North Florida is well aware of. That's why they're an authorized dealer of Wellborn Cabinetry, family-owned and American-made since 1961. Cabinet Sales of North Florida is your answer for complete turnkey kitchen remodels and whole house cabinetry. Their cabinets are finished with solvent-based enamels for a long-lasting finish that's second to none. Available in an incredible selection of door styles and colors to choose from to turn your dream kitchen into a reality. In-house design and drawing services are available. Come by and see our displays for yourself at the Floors of the Villages, 3935 County Road 216 in Oxford, or Exquisite Design Kitchen and Bath in Bellevue, right across the street from the Bellevue Library. So whether you're looking for bookcases, kitchen, bath, or outdoor kitchen, Cabinet Sales of North Florida is your one-stop source of quality cabinets. For a free estimate, call 352-427-2647. That's 352-427-2647. Cabinet Sales of North Florida.
This is the Salvation Army, and I'm Major George Patterson to let you know that the Salvation Army is available 24 hours a day to provide help to anyone. We also have a family store at 120 Northwest 10th Street in Ocala. On Tuesday to Saturday from 9 to 4, you can do your shopping, or if you want to donate, you can call 352-732-4469, and we'll even pick up 352-732-4469. All funds generated by our store go into the programs here in Marion County to help the needy.
Leadership, experience, and proven results matter.
Re-elect Angie Boynton to the Marion County School Board District 4. I have put forth solutions to raise funds for our schools through other avenues. I advocate for the use of juvenile civil citations in lieu of arrest for first-time offenders of some student code of conduct policies. I support the positive alternative to out-of-school suspension. Teachers have the union, but students, parents, and the community need a voice. I will be that voice for you. Remember, vote Angie Boynton for the Marion County School Board District 4.
Paid political advertisement by the Angie campaign.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Avoid fried food during the flu season. It's loaded with unhealthy saturated fats which suppress our resistance to infectious disease. So instead of fried, go for food that's steamed or grilled. We should all get in the habit of carrying a package of alcohol wipes when we travel and cleaning every surface near our seat before we start touching anything. Next time you need to calm your frazzled nerves or beat back a case of the blues, try this. Eat some cantaloupe.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.